Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristina and I am a transformation coach for men and women who are going through breakups or divorces. I help them take control back over their lives and then create lives that they are absolutely obsessed with. So for today, I can't wait to talk with you about my number one tip for healing after a breakup or a divorce. And to me, in my opinion, this is just the key. This is the thing that is going to help you heal and move on from your breakup. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's probably one of the most challenging tips, and you'll see why in a moment. But if you commit to doing this, you will feel better much, much sooner than if you don't. So let's do this. Okay. When we go through a breakup or a divorce, it's really hard. There's a lot of emotions. We feel devastated, sad, heartbroken, like our lives are over. We feel like we don't matter. We're not good enough. We're not worthy. Why'd this happen to me? Why do I ignore the red flags? So many different thoughts run through our minds. I remember when I went through my divorce with my son's father. We were about 26 years old at the time, and he was the only person I'd ever had a relationship with. And he and my son were my entire world back then. And so when things didn't work out between us, I literally thought that my life was over. And it was definitely the hardest time that I've ever had in my life, because not only back then did my relationship with my ex end, but also my father went to jail, and that was a big ordeal as well. FBI raided the house, like it went down, like Lifetime movie type of shit. So not only was I dealing with that, then we threw this into the mix with my father, and that was a rough year in my life. And back then, we didn't have the same type of resources that we have now. I don't even know if YouTube existed. I honestly know when YouTube was started. But this was back in the day when like MySpace was all the rage and Facebook was a thing, but it was newer and it wasn't as popular as it is today. So we definitely didn't have the same type of resources available to us that we have today. So I'm so happy that I can share the tools and the strategies that have helped me create a life that I love, and the tools that I've also learned through all of my trainings, my life coaching trainings, my degree in psychology, that type of stuff, that I can use that knowledge and share it with you guys through YouTube. I think it's just amazing. So my big tip, my number one, hands down, this will help you to move on tip, is to cut off communication with your ex. So I'm going to say that one more time because I know that it is not probably what you want to hear. But my number one tip that will help you move on from your breakup is to cut off communication with your ex. Because when we do that, we are not reopening the wound every single time we have an interaction with that person. You have to think about it. If you are hurting and you're sad and you're devastated that the relationship didn't work out, and even if you think that this is the right thing, that this breakup needed to occur, you still have feelings for your ex right now. And so every time you have an interaction with your ex, it just rips that wound wide open again and again and again. So that is why when we are able to cut off the communication, we stop the interaction, we're not looking at their Instagram stories or Facebook stories or at their post and who commented or liked their post. Like when we cut all of that off and we focus on ourselves, it allows us to start to, patch up and stitch up that wound. I don't want you to rip it open every single day. That is just going to prolong your pain. So while it may seem that this is the harder way to do things because you want to stay in touch with your ex, you want to know what they're up to, you want to see how they're doing, because you're probably secretly hoping that they're struggling and that they're suffering and that they're just as sad and devastated as you are, and you want evidence of the fact that they're miserable, doing that is going to keep you from healing. And if you desire to heal and you desire to feel better, then you have to take steps that are going to help you, not harm you. So I want to speak on the fact that maybe you have children. If you have children, obviously you cannot cut off communication completely, because it is really, really important to create a co-parenting relationship with your ex. The beginning stages of co-parenting are so challenging because of all the emotions that you and your ex are feeling, and now you're having to navigate this new situation, and tensions run high. So it's not easy, but co-parenting is extremely important to work on, to learn how to work together in that aspect for your children. And so if you find yourself in this position where you have children, then yes, you can't just say, screw you, I'm done, I'm never talking to you again. You do have to continue communicating with them. However, what you communicate about, you can control. So when it comes to co-parenting and having children, and you're going through the breakup and your heart is hurting and you feel raw and vulnerable and devastated, stick to communicating specifically about the children. So anything related to the children, communicate with that. Anything else, let it go. And that even means you can still block them or delete them off of your social media, so that you're not looking at what they're doing when they're, when you're not together. If you keep those channels open, you're going to find yourself creeping and stalking their pages. And then if you think that, wow, they look pretty happy, then that's going to make you feel shitty. And we don't want that, because as we know with Instagram and Facebook, people show their highlight reels. People don't typically show their devastation. So while you could see something and think, wow, he doesn't even give a shit about me, he has moved on, he's happy, living the high life, you don't actually know that, because we don't really show that type of stuff on our social media platforms. That's why it's just better to block, unfriend, delete, not from a place of, trying to be mean or trying to punish, but from a place of protecting and looking out for yourself. You need to put yourself first. You're no longer in a relationship. So it's not about we, it is about you and what you need to do to heal yourself. It's not about how you're going to make the other person feel. Now, I'm not saying be a jerk to them, but I'm just saying it's okay to cut off communication. It's okay to delete their phone number. It's okay to unfriend. It's okay to block, because you have to focus on yourself. You're not a unit anymore. You're not a couple. You're not in this relationship. And if you want to be able to move on and start to feel better, and then hopefully eventually create this beautiful life that you love and find meaning from that relationship and that hardship that you went through with the healing, you have to move forward. You have to look forward, not backward. And the easiest way to do that is just to cut off the communication, say goodbye, and then let them go by blocking, deleting, unfriending, all of those things. No longer responding, except for when you have children and you need to communicate in terms of your kids. And eventually, as you start to heal, you won't feel the same way anymore. And so there might not be the need to not be friends on social media or only stick to communications related to your children. Like, you may be able to form a friendship over time, but right now when you're in the thick of it and this breakup is holding you back, it's preventing you from feeling better and from moving forward and taking steps to heal and feel good within your own self, it's just so important to just focus on you and not on them. And when we keep parts of them in our life, it prevents us from focusing on ourselves, because we start looking at what they're doing and we judge what they're doing and we make it reflect as if there's something wrong with us. And I want you to stop that, because you deserve to feel better. You deserve to heal. You deserve to create a life that you love, and then invite in a new partner to support that version of you that you're going to create as you heal yourself. Now, my other recommendation in terms of cutting off communication is to also delete photos, look around your house, anything that reminds you of your ex, take it down, put it away. You can donate it, throw it away, sell it, Or if it's something that holds meaning to you and you think that in the future you might want to still have those photos or whatever the mementos are, put them in a box. So you don't have to throw them away. Put them in a box, stored in a closet, deep dark closet. Just stick it away somewhere where you're not going to be reminded of it right now, but at some point in the future you may pull it out and then reminisce and have good memories then. So take down reminders, put them away, donate them, hide them in a closet, but don't have anything where it's just going to rip that wound open again. Just like the communication, having the visual reminders can also be hurtful to your progress. So I want to help set you up for success so that you can heal your heart. And then once you feel better, you can decide how you want to move forward, whether that is to reestablish a friendship or maybe you'll be completely unattached and you'll want to just throw the mementos you saved away. That's fine. You can make those decisions when you're in a healthy state of being. Right now, when you're not feeling so good, it's just best to block, communicate, hide, remove, and focus on you. And then when you feel better, you can reassess what you want to do. So I hope that you have enjoyed this tip. And I hope it helps you. I hope that you find peace for yourself because you deserve it. You deserve to be loved by yourself and to be loved by somebody else. And I want you to create the circumstances in your life for that to happen. And I believe in you and I believe in your power. So please hit the like button if you enjoyed this tip. Comment below if this was helpful for you. Also, let me know if there's any other specific topic you would like me to talk about and discuss in a future video. Follow me on Instagram. I'm @SheAdventures. So come follow me there. I also have a free private Facebook group just for men and women who are healing from breakups. So if you want some daily community and connection, come join us there. I'll put the link in the comments below. And lastly, I also have a couple of paid resources if you're looking for more support. I have a book called Say Goodbye to Heartbreak. I have a program called Say Goodbye to Heartbreak. So the book would be more independent on your time. The course would be, you get a little bit more next level of support in the form of videos, live videos, Q&A sessions, and things of that nature. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely reach out to me, let me know. And finally, I do high-level one-to-one coaching as well. So if you would like the most layered support, that would be for you. And you can just let me know you're interested and we can set up a connection session and go from there. All right, so again, if you enjoy this video, it would mean the world to me if you would hit the subscribe button and the like button. Help me get more views out there so more people can learn these types of strategies for themselves. Thank you again and have a wonderful day. Bye.